We have NASA saying they have plans for a permanent moon base. And when you hear that, you think of a base on the moon. But that's not what they're talking about. It may eventually tie into it, but they start talking about this Gateway program, not a base on the moon. They talk about these vehicles that are going to be positioned outside of the moon in different areas, and it's going to allow them to be able to explore the moon in different areas. I guess easier is how they're putting it. And to some, it's just not going to make any sense. And in the end, this whole thing about putting a moon base up there is being worded wrong. Right now, they're talking about a Gateway program to have orbiting spacecraft around the moon. Orbiting spacecraft circling this thing. Not any talk of getting down on the moon and building a structure, like one would think. This plan talks about using this Gateway to be able to explore all over the moon and then to get out to Mars even further. Now, this Jim Bridenstine, the chief at NASA, they make these statements saying that they want the very first one, these modules, constructed by 2022, finished by 2025, that these would be international, kind of like the space station, but they're saying that anyone, everyone from any country can come aboard these for scientific purposes and whatnot. But then they make some statements in terms of water ice. That is one of those jerk the chain type of statements, is how I put it. Because they say that we know that there's ice in the caps. Now, I covered this in another story as well. Talked about it on Monday night. And the NASA boss here was specifically talking about this. He was saying that we know now that there's massive amounts of water ice. Hundreds of billions is how he puts it. Hundreds of billions of tons of water ice is on the surface of the moon. He told Reuters TV this on Wednesday. Exact words, we know that there's hundreds of billions of tons of water ice on the surface of the moon. Very next paragraph, it says he was discussing the results Monday with the direct observation of these findings. The very next paragraph says the presence of water offers an exciting reason for them to explore space, but scientists don't know yet how much is there and how much can be extracted. Didn't he just say that they know that there's hundreds of billions of tons of water ice? Which is it? You don't know, or it's hundreds of billions of tons. It's the same old classic NASA crap, if you will. And they can't even get the basics straight in trying to explain this. Once again, the headline and all the talk is about a moon base, but really it's a string of vehicles that are going to orbit the moon constantly, I guess. So that's what they're talking about. Wanted to get it out there and let it be known. Some of the details, I'll leave a link. I'll continue to update with more as I come across it. It's been Dabu7. Peace.